The biggest tomato plant in your garden. Dark green, bushy, but, zero tomatoes. This is nitrogen overload. The plant is stuck in growth mode. It won't switch to fruiting. Today I'll show you how to fix it and prevent it from happening again. Here's how to tell if your tomatoes have too much nitrogen. Sign 1. Dark green leaves. Not healthy green. Dark, almost blue-green. Leaves are thick and leathery. They might curl downward. Sign 2. Tons of foliage, few flowers. The plant is huge but barely flowering, or flowers appear but drop off without setting fruit. Sign 3. Thick, soft stems. Stems are fat but weak. They snap easily. They're full of water and not very woody. Sign 4. Delayed fruiting. Other tomato varieties around it are setting fruit. Yours is weeks behind despite looking healthier. Sign 5. Blossom drop. Flowers appear, then fall off. You find them on the ground, no tiny tomatoes forming behind them. If you see 3 or more of these signs, nitrogen is your problem. Let's talk about how you accidentally overfeed. 'Cause too much compost. Compost is great, but 4 to 6 inches at planting is overkill. That's a nitrogen bomb. Use 1 to 2 inches max. 'Cause 2, wrong fertilizer, lawn fertilizer, fish emulsion, blood meal. These are all high nitrogen. Great for leafy greens. Terrible for fruiting plants after they start flowering. 'Cause 3, feeding. Too often. Fertilizing every week sounds good, but it keeps nitrogen levels sky high. The plant never transitions to fruiting mode. 'Cause 4, rich soil from previous crops. You grew nitrogen-fixing beans last season, or heavily composted the bed. Your soil is already loaded. Adding more is too much. 'Cause 5, hot manures. Fresh chicken manure, rabbit manure, these are nitrogen-rich. They need composting first or they'll burn plants and spike nitrogen. Okay, your plant is overfed. Here's how to bring it back into balance. Step 1, stop all nitrogen inputs. No more fertilizer, no compost tea, no fish emulsion. Cut it off completely for 3 to 4 weeks. Step 2, leach the soil, water deeply and thoroughly. This flushes excess nitrogen below the root zone. Water until it runs out the bottom. Do this 2 to 3 times over a week. Step 3, add high-carbon material. Mix in wood chips, sawdust, or shredded leaves around the base. These tie up excess nitrogen temporarily. Microbes use the nitrogen to break down the carbon. Step 4, prune excess growth. Remove some of the lower leaves and non-fruiting branches. This shifts energy toward flowering and fruiting. Step 5, feed P and K only. After 2 weeks, apply a low nitrogen fertilizer. Look for something like 5-10-10 or 2-3-4. The first number, nitrogen, should be lowest. Natural options, bone meal for phosphorus, wood ash, or kelp for potassium. These boost fruiting without adding nitrogen. You'll see flowers within 2 to 3 weeks. Fruit set follows shortly after. Be patient. The plant needs time to rebalance. Well, the best fix is preventing the problem in the first place. So, here's how to fertilize tomatoes the right way. First up, stage 1, vegetative growth, which is the first 4 to 6 weeks. You want to use a balanced fertilizer, something like 10-10-10, or just good old compost. The main thing here is to focus on building up the plant's structure. Then, stage 2, flowering and fruiting. Once you see those first flowers, it's time to switch to a low-nitrogen fertilizer. 5-10-10 works, or even 4-6-8. Just make sure it's got more phosphorus and potassium, less nitrogen. Now, as for how much and how often at planting, give a light application of that balanced fertilizer, or about 1 inch of compost. Around weeks 3 to 4, give 1 more feeding of balanced fertilizer. After week 6, switch to that low-nitrogen, high phosphorus potassium mix, and feed every 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, and always test your soil first. A soil test tells you what you actually need. You might not need any nitrogen at all. Testing helps you avoid guesswork, and go easy on the compost. It's not neutral, it's actually high in nitrogen. A thin layer about 1 inch is plenty. More ain't better. So let's talk a bit about bioavailability. It's not just about what's sitting in your soil, it's about what your plants can actually use. Synthetic nitrogen is immediately available, so plants absorb it real quick. That causes those big ol' spikes. Now, organic nitrogen from compost, that stuff releases slow. Microbes got to break it down gradually. But if you dump a ton of compost, that's still too much nitrogen. Just takes longer to show up. pH matters too. Tomatoes like a pH between 6.0 and 6.8. If you're outside that range, nutrients can get locked up. You might have nitrogen in the soil, but your plants just can't get to it. Microbes, they're the ones controlling the release. Healthy soil microbes break down organic matter and make nutrients available. But if your soil's cold or kind of sterile, that process slows way down. And the ratio matters. It ain't just about total nitrogen. If nitrogen's too high, your plants put all their energy into leaves. If phosphorus and potassium are higher, they'll focus on making fruit. Balanced bioavailability means nutrients are released just at the rate your plants need. Not too fast, not locked up, just right. Alright, so here's my exact feeding schedule for tomatoes. At planting, I mix in about 1 inch of compost. I also add 1 tablespoon of bone meal per plant. That's it for the start. Around week 3 or 4, I give a light feeding of balanced organic fertilizer, or if the plants are looking a little pale, I go with compost tea. When flowers show up, I switch to a tomato-specific fertilizer. Low in nitrogen, high in phosphorus and potassium, or sometimes I'll just mix up bone meal and kelp meal. After that, every month I give a light feeding of that same low nitrogen fertilizer. I only side dress with compost if the soil looks depleted. And I always watch the plant. If it's dark green and bushy, I skip the nitrogen. If it's pale and slow growing, I add a little balanced fertilizer. Nitrogen overload, y'all. It's easy to cause and just as easy to fix. Stop overfeeding, balance your fertilizer, and pay attention to what your plants are telling you. Your tomatoes don't need to be dark green giants. They just need to fruit. That happens when nitrogen steps back and phosphorus and potassium step up. Remember to test your soil, feed strategically, and let the plant do what it's designed to do. Make tomatoes. Have you dealt with this before? Drop your experience in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more troubleshooting guides. Thanks for watching.